Alright, Makeup Geeks, I have a quick update video for you guys. For those of you who may be newer to my channel, in the last 5 years, basically 5 years ago, I used to weigh almost 300 pounds. I lost 125 pounds, give or take 25 now, and put on a little bit just for several reasons, a lot of it health related, which I'll go into more later. But along that process, I've had a lot of health issues happen, not anything related to my weight loss. My weight loss actually helped my symptoms a lot, but for years and years and years, I've had a lot of stomach problems, horrific stomach pain, I've had night sweats, I've lost 70% of my hair. This is extensions. Just a lot of random symptoms that have been very hard for me to go through because I feel like poo so many days in a row. I wasn't getting any answers. I was seeing a ton of doctors. Long story short, last summer was the peak of my health. I didn't say a lot on camera because I didn't want to put it all out there right then, but I was in the hospital 3 times, in the ER, 2 of them taken by ambulance because my stomach pain was so horrific that I was violently throwing up and blacking out. And Coco Bear was with me and he called 911 because I was just in between blacking out. I was just violently throwing up. And I remember the last trip that I took, the paramedics came in. They were standing there and I was so sick. They even stood back and you could just see the look on their faces wow, she really doesn't look good. So what happened, I went to the doctor for stomach pain and, I complained of acid symptoms. They're oh, you just need to be on antacid. So he gave me an antacid. I was getting worse. I went back. He's oh, okay, let's up the dose. So he kept upping the dose. The 3rd time I went to him, I was feeling so bad. And that's when I ended up in the hospital. I was screw this. Obviously something isn't right. So I did my own research. Come to find out, I was low on stomach acid. So what the doctor was prescribing me made me worse to the point that I ended up in the hospital. So that's why I switched over to holistic care. We'll get into that later. I'm not going to get into that debate, but I was very happy with the holistic side of things, and that's kind of the route I want to go, but I still wanted to get traditionally tested to see what was wrong. So last week, I went to the Mayo Clinic, which if you live outside of the U.S., the Mayo Hospital is one of the top hospitals in the U.S. They have 3 locations. They have extensive research on everything. And what you do, it's called the Executive Health Program. You don't have to be a CEO or anything like that to go, and it is covered, part of it, by insurance. But what it is you can go every year, and for 2 days, they test you for everything. I did CT scans of my heart to see if I had calcification, of my brain. I have ultrasounds. They check my liver, my kidney, my blood work. They test everything. I did, I think, almost 20 tests in 2 days. It was back to back, and you get results instantly. It was such an organized, smooth program. I highly recommend it. They were such sweet staff. But basically, my symptoms, just in case some of you may have the same symptoms, I have a lot of upper stomach pain. I can't digest food. I've lost a lot of my hair. I deal with fatigue. I get very tired. My moods can go up and down. I have night sweats, panic attacks. I don't sleep well some nights. What else are my symptoms? I break out very easily. So what they told me that I have is SIBO, S-I-B-O. It's intestinal overgrowth of bacteria. I know that sounds delicious, doesn't it? Aren't you guys glad you watched this video? But basically, it's happened. What they say it could be caused from is, as a child, I had a lot of ear infections. They put me on antibiotics. And having antibiotics so often throughout your life, it kills off the good bacteria and it causes this imbalance. So that's what is happening with me, is that overgrowth. So what they have to do, ironically, is put me on different antibiotics, but a very specific one that attacks the exact bacteria that is overgrowing in my system. And that's why I'm malnourished pretty much. My hair is falling out. That's why I have stomach pain. And then the other part of that, they said I have hiatal hernia, which is part of my stomach is squeezed up into my esophagus. I know that sounds delicious too. That's why I have horrific upper stomach pain. You guys, it is so bad. I can't even describe it. It feels like someone is clenching the upper part of my stomach. And that's why it is. It's squeezed up into another body part. There isn't really a cure for that for right now. You just have to kind of deal with it. If it gets worse later on, I could have surgery, but for now it's just a matter of keeping my diet as clean as I can, which I have been. So what I have to do is do the course of antibiotics. It'll be for 1 month, and it may be something I'll have to continue for a month every year for years to come. It depends on how my body reacts to it. And I have to eat no gluten, no dairy, and no sugar. So those are the 3 bad things in my diet, which I already knew. So I try to eat very clean, and that will hopefully help out my symptoms. So that's kind of my diagnosis where I'm at right now. As far as my hair loss, I don't know if it's going to grow back or not. So I just keep wearing the extensions and just kind of deal with it on my own. And just keep my diet clean, and we'll see what happens. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Sorry to spill that all out for you guys, but I want to share this because I know so many of you have the same symptom as me, and I want you to get answers. Maybe what I'm going through will help some of you out, but if you can go to the Mayo Clinic, I highly recommend it. They were amazing. They know their stuff, and you get tested and get results instantly. So if you can, check that out. They have 3 locations in the U.S. I went to the Arizona one. So anyways, you guys, if you have questions, post them below. I'll try to answer for you guys, but stay happy and healthy. Just do everything you can to eat the best you can. Exercise. It's not even about looks. You guys know I still have weight to lose. You've seen pictures of me, but I don't even stress about that part because I'm happy with me. What my main concern in life is just to be healthy. I don't want to feel like poo anymore. So that's the reason why I kind of lost the weight to begin with. So we'll talk more about that later. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing great and staying happy and healthy like always, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.